Hello, how are you doing? Thank God it's Friday. How was your day? How was your Friday? How was your day? How was your day? How did your day go? Also say my light has gone off, please. Just hold on. Let me get some lighting system. Okay, you're back online. Sorry for the breaking trans. We just lost the supply of power, so I have to make other alternative. So how are you doing? Another live section with Dance Bob D. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Thank God it's Friday. How was your day? I know Friday today is the beginning of the weekend. I guess some countries are yet to enter their Friday. Their Friday is yet to begin for some countries, depending on your time zone. But if you're ready, your time zone, if by your time zone you're already on the weekend, thank God it's Friday for you. Happy weekend. Now the Friday is the beginning of the weekend, and it calls for celebration because you have to relax, you have to wine, you have to unwind, relax, recharge, and then you start again by Monday. Hello, good evening. Welcome to this live chat with Nosbob D. How are you doing? I'm glad having you on board. So my topic tonight, like is written based boldly on the description, is it talking about a pregnant lady who lost her life out of a misleading information from a friend. So we have to discuss because most times we women or human beings, humans, most times we don't cherish our life. Sometimes we don't consider ourselves. Please, may I know where you're watching from? Nice having you on board. Please say hi to me on the live on the chat comment section. Let me know where you're watching from. Nosbob this streaming live from Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. May I know where you're watching from? Fumi, Fumi Lola Aleke. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining this live chat with Nosbob D. By your name, I guess you're either watching from Lagos, Edo, or Ibadan, Ogun. Okay, so may I know where you're watching from? Fumi, nice having you here tonight. So, okay, please may I know where you're watching from? So tonight we are going to be discussing a pregnant lady that lost her life as a result of misleading information. She left the health facility and followed a friend to a TBA, traditional birth attendant, um, ignoring the danger signs given to her, or the medical diagnosis given to her, the advice given to her by her physicians. She chose to leave the health facility to a TBA because a friend said so. And at the end, she lost her life, she lost the baby. Who do we blame here? Is it the health facility? Is it the husband? Or is it the TBA where she was eventually taken to? The TBA that attended to her, or the friend, or herself? Who do we blame? Let's discuss this topic basically for women. Even if men, at least you learn from this for the sake of your wives. You know, most times things we do we take for granted. We don't consider ourselves, we don't consider the health implication, and we don't even think about the person giving you the third party giving you the information. You don't consider the person's level of information. You don't consider the person's awareness of your health status. You don't even consider the person's interest on you. This person misleading you, is the person really interested in your affair? Because this woman now is gone. She's gone. She lost her life, lost the baby. But the friend who took her there is alive and living her life to the fullest. But the person she misled lost her life and her baby, her unborn child. Okay, the storyline is this: a pregnant lady registered in a health facility up to the point of 9 months, and based on the position of the baby, she was told that she cannot deliver per vagina. She has to go through a C-section. And the scan report also showed the position. The baby is in bridge position, sitting. The baby is sitting with his bum bum and not with the head. So there is no way you can manipulate to turn the baby's bum bum or the buttocks. If it was actually the hand, you can try to see how you can use maneuver pattern to deliver the baby per vagina. But with this bum bum, it is very, very unacceptable. There's nothing you can do about it except God's miracle. Okay, we don't rule out the fact that miracle happens and God is still God, so he can do things overnight. But this lady in question, even up to the, please, if you're watching, please don't fail, give me a double tapping on my screen, and also say hi to me on the comment section. Let me know that I'm not alone. Okay, this topic is basically for women. I'll be glad if I have so many women here listening to or being part of this live section, because you will learn a lot of things. You will learn from others' mistake, and in case you want to, you have to do a rethink. And if you have any relative too that is also um practicing or into such thing, after hearing this, you'll be in a better position. Please say hi to me on the comment section. Let me also know where you're watching from. And for everyone joining me this live session, I want to say good evening to you, good morning, depending on your time zone. So I'm streaming live from Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. This is a true life story of a woman, pregnant mother, who was booked for a cesarean section, a C-section, because of the position of her baby. And scan result, everything indicated that she cannot deliver per vagina. So she has to go through a C-section, even to the 9th month. The husband has given her all the permission. And on the day, she has already been booked for a particular day for this C-section in the health facility where she registered. And that day, the husband went to work. He advised her, go to the hospital. I will meet you up there in the hospital. And he left. He was calling and calling, asking her where she is. She has gone to the hospital, what time, because she was to be there. And the following day, it was scheduled the time she was supposed to be there. And then the timing she was supposed to be operated has informed, she has been informed, the husband is aware. Go to the hospital. I'll meet you up there. As at the time they agreed, the husband and the wife agreed for her to be in the hospital. He was calling to know she has gone to the hospital so that every other thing that was supposed to be done in the hospital will be done before his arrival. Good evening. Nice having you on board. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining this live session. Please let me know where you're watching from. Also, please don't space. Say hi to me in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching from. Say hi to me and also give me a double tapping. Do me a favor, give me a double tapping on the comments and give me a double tapping on my screen. Okay, so the husband kept calling to ask if she has gone to the hospital. She said she will soon be going there. She'll be going there. She'll be going there. After a while again, he'll be calling. Are you there? What are the doctors saying? What is the next step? When have they scheduled? What time do they say they want to kick off the operation? She'll say she will get back to him. She will get back to him. The husband kept calling. C-section that had been scheduled. It's not like money was a problem. It's not like the husband was not in support of it. It's not like the hospital is not equipped to do that. But she got misled by her friend. As of the time she was supposed to leave the house to the hospital, based on her arrangement with a friend, she left. Instead of going to the health facility, she rather chose to go to a TBA. The friend told her, they are going to turn the baby, they are going to turn the baby. They are going to turn the baby, they are going to turn the baby. Baby that is sitting with his buttocks. So I wonder here how you're going to manipulate the buttocks to bring it out. Say they are good in that, the TBA is good in that, they are doing that instead of her first pregnancy. First pregnancy. She has not had any experience before. The husband was in support of the operation. She was in support, but the devil, if I should say the devil, because or her own ignorance or whatsoever, or her village people, I don't know, came up with this information and she didn't inform the husband about this arrangement. It was just arrangement within she and her friend. And I wonder why a woman, a married woman, that time you were face to face with a lot of complications can come. The health facility where you have registered has informed you that the best for you and your baby is a C-section. Your husband has provided the money, booked everything, paid for, and she was supposed to get there. But she chose to follow her friend to a TBA. And getting to that place, she still didn't inform the husband of whatever was happening. Probably because her friend must have informed her they are good in that. They will do everything possible. They will turn the baby. And after delivery, before you call your husband, maybe as a surprise, to inform him of where you are and how she has delivered out of C-section. My own view, though, because I don't really know why she will leave the hospital, the health facility, where the medical bills, the bills for the C-section has already been paid. I wonder why she will leave the health facility back to a TBA. Now she got to the TBA. The husband was calling and calling. At a point, she wasn't picking his call again because they have started their manipulation. She wasn't picking the husband's call. The husband was worried as what has happened based on the arrangement. At least wisdom demand that the husband should be carried along because that baby belongs to him. She is his wife. So if anything happens to her, then her own family will hold the man responsible. She didn't think of the risk. she was exposing herself and unborn child to before she made that decision to get to a traditional birth attendant. In the course of them trying to manipulate to turn the buttocks of the unborn baby or fetus, because to turn the fetus, there are manipulations in the TBA. They ruptured her uterus, and this woman was bleeding. She bled and bled and bled. They have tried all their own expertise there. Let me call it expertise because I don't know what else I should have called it. They have tried their own way to arrest the bleeding. The bleeding couldn't stop, continued. She bled and bled and bled and bled until she became so weak and unconscious. That was when they picked her phone, called the husband to tell him where the wife was and her situation presently, her state of health that time. The husband was surprised why she has to go there because that wasn't the arrangement. And before then, he has already gone to the hospital to ask because he was waiting for the wife to hear update. And the time they have agreed for him to meet her up in the hospital, since he wasn't hearing for help, he went to find out her whereabouts, if she was actually in the hospital or not. But lo and behold, the wife was nowhere to be found. The husband was wondering and he kept calling. She wasn't picking his call anymore. It was at that critical point where she has bled and has lost consciousness. They have to call the husband. She has entered into shock because of excessive bleeding. They have to call the husband with her line, telling him where the wife was. The husband has to rush to that place. He was surprised what the wife should be doing there because that was not the arrangement. But they still took her to the hospital, but it was too late. The same facility she was scheduled for the C-section, that was the same place they took her to at that critical point. But she was brought in dead, BID. She was dead on arrival. The husband couldn't carry himself. He didn't know if he would be crying for his unborn child or for the stupid or foolish wife that left the health facility where she was scheduled for a C-section to a TBA. It's not like money was not there, that she would say because your husband doesn't have money or because they don't have money for the operation. And that was what led her to a TBA. Standard, well-organized hospital where she registered for antenatal from the onset of the pregnancy until the day she was scheduled for the C-section. She was misled. She didn't go to follow through the procedures of going through the C-section to see her newborn baby. She didn't follow through that process. She passed on. She lost her life, lost the baby, turning the husband, the young man, into a widow at his early age. You see the man crying and groaning in tears because he didn't even know where he was going to start from. He was crying and was like, this was not a plan. This was not the arrangement. Why this? So my question now is, what could lead to, what could take someone, as in make her to change her mind from where she was registered to a TBA? that is not a standard place, just to risk her life, and at the end she passed on. Why do we like endangering ourselves, women mostly? Because pregnancy period is a critical time. A whole lot of things changes, and every pregnancy comes in a different way. The other pregnancy cannot be the same with the other one, because every child comes with his or her own pattern, and this is her own first experience. It didn't even occur to her that this is my first experience, as such I shouldn't risk life. I shouldn't risk the life of my baby. She ignorantly or stupidly or foolishly followed a friend's advice instead of the hospital where she registered from the onset, despising health advice, despising her consult, the doctors, the medical personnel, the advice they gave to her, even from scan results showed the position of the baby. And with all those signals, she ignored everything and followed a friend who is not a medical line, who is so ignorant, followed a friend advice to a TBA. Who do we blame? Do we blame the friend that took her to the TBA? Or should we blame the traditional birth attendant? Hmm? Should we blame our Nigerian government? I don't know, because I'm just wondering, I'm just speculating. Who should we blame? Do we blame it to a fair health system? Because that has always been um, our ways of apportioning blame. We keep saying our failed health system, Nigeria economy. Who do we blame in this case? The pregnant mother? The friend that lured her to a TBA? Or is it the husband, the innocent husband that has provided all it takes for the medical bills to welcome his unborn baby and the wife home, being their first child? Or is it the health facility where she registered that has given her all the health information needed for her and for her safe delivery? Who do we blame? It's so unethical. Some things we do, sometimes we don't consider our life. Sometimes I've been wondering if some of us, if we have 2 lives or 3 lives, that maybe we want to risk one and see what will be the outcome. I don't know. That if after risking that particular one, we will now want to, that one fails, we'll now pick up the next life and continue with it. So I don't know if we have 4 lives, some persons do, because most times the way we act, it seems we have 4 or 5 lives, but we have to spare one and use it for experimentation. And if after that one didn't work out, we have to drop that one and pick up another one again. We do trial and error with our lives, take so many risks that are not called for. I had similar experience with my younger sister some years back. First pregnancy too. She registered in a health facility. The same way someone invited her to a TBA, and she got there, registered there. She still registered in health facility. She told me that she was going to a health TBA section. I was wondering, I said, what should you be doing a TBA when you registered in a health facility? I talked and talked and talked. Everything falls on deaf ears. The only thing she told me that she likes the way they pray there. The way they join hands with all the pregnant one. I'm talking about Nigeria, here in Nigeria. I don't know if the same thing in other country. Please don't forget, give me a double tapping on my screen, okay, as you're watching. Give me a double tapping. Say hi to me on the comment section. Let me know where you are watching from. So I have to talk and talk as a health personnel to convince my sister to leave that TBA and focus on the health facility where she registered. I tried everything possible to convince my sister to leave that place. She said no, that she'll be going, that she has seen the ways they have been taking delivery there. They will have to join hands together. But I said, but you can pray at home. You go to church. Why not pray in the church? Is it because of prayer that makes you to leave health facility where you register to a TBA, substandard place? I tried everything as a health personnel. She didn't listen to me. I left her. She told me that when she want to deliver, she will definitely deliver in a health facility where she registered for the antenatal. My own sister, my younger sister, is the one I'm talking about. So these things are true life experiences that people risk their life unnecessarily. Things that can easily be handled. What makes them think that C-section, or the okay booking her for the C-section after seeing the scan result? Does it mean that the doctors or the nurses didn't know what they're doing? Even seeing the position of the baby that was coming with his or her buttocks. What do you want? How do you want to manipulate to bring down the buttocks of the baby through the cervix? How? Except miracle. So my own sister's own, I talk and talk. She said that she will definitely deliver in the health facility where she registered, but she will be going to the TBA for checkup. Same thing happened. Result shows that the baby was breached position. Baby was lying transverse. And the option was to go for a C-section in the health facility where she registered. But my sister said they told her that in that health facility, in the TBA, that they were going to turn the baby. The same thing they told this lady that just lost her life. My sister's own, it was just God's intervention, because it would have been the same thing too, but God intervened that they have to take her to the TBA. Was in partnership with was working together or partnership with a health facility, that where they couldn't help, where their strength fails, they will have to refer to the health facility. That was their own arrangement. So my sister was told it has to be done through CS, because this baby is breech. You cannot deliver this baby per vagina, so let's book you for a C-section. They told her, they tried everything to convince her in that TBA that she will help her to turn the baby. The same way they deceived this lady, they will turn the baby, they will turn the baby, they will turn the baby. I keep telling her, they have tried, according to her, that they will be doing it gradually. They will turn the baby. I said, but every scan shows that this baby is still in the same, will still maintain the same position he or she has maintained. How are they going to turn it? Say that day of the baby, they will turn the baby. I tried everything possible. My sister didn't listen. On the day of delivery, she went straight to the TBA. I wasn't aware because I wasn't living with her. She went straight to the TBA. And just like they told her that they were going to turn it, they manipulated and tried everything, turn and turn everything. Nothing was done. Baby still maintained the same position. They tried everything according to her. She became so exhausted that because we were asking her to push and push when the service was not dilated. They were asking her to push. Service was not dilated. What is she pushing for? It was just God that spared her life because God so much loves her. So all this continued until she became so exhausted and they now realized that there's nothing they could do. It was then they called the health facility where they were partnering with. They arrived with ambulance and pick her to the health facility. And the same C-section was done for her. Thank God, mother alive, baby alive. She was spared. But that is not the same with everyone. Grace differs. This lady now passed out. She died because her own, she bled. Ruptured uterus, so she bled. She was bleeding and bleeding profusely and she got into shock and they couldn't help it. You know, when you walk in the hospital, you see a whole lot that you will leave professional hands, professional practices and walk into unprofessional hands. You will leave a government or a well-recognized health facility and you will walk into a personal or let's say a slaughterhouse, because I've seen one like that too. That one was eclampsia. When you walk in the hospital, you see a whole lot of things. Doctors, nurses, hospitals, health facilities, and all that. In as much as we know that, yes, there are sometimes there are some mistakes that happens in the hospital, but a lot of things that happens could have been avoided. You know, someone that is eclamptic, already convulsing, a pregnant mother, BP very high, and was told to go to a health facility. Said she can't go there. Even when her BP, her blood pressure was high, I was actually the one, I was monitoring her vital signs whenever I meet her, was high. Go to the hospital. I'm on medication. I already know that the thing is high. The day she was to deliver, she entered into a one-man's hospital that was using a kitchen for a theater. That was where she was butchered. Let me use that word. The C-section was carried out there. At the end of it, she started bleeding. She bled. Same thing that happened to this lady. This lady was that she has not even delivered. This one that happened of recent, she has not even delivered. But this one, she has delivered and she started bleeding. Oxygen, she need blood. This place is just a one-man's kitchen theater. They couldn't control the bleeding and she passed on. She died. That baby is there. Baby is still there, but she died. But these are the things that can be avoided. These are the things that can actually be avoided. Some of the things that happens to in the hospital, people became so ill, is at the critical time that they will now have to come to the hospital, and you will expect the medical personnel to perform magic or miracle overnight. And when things happen the other way around, you'll be blaming doctors, you'll be blaming nurses. It ought not to be. Let's learn to do the right thing. So this lady's case now, who do we blame? Do we blame Tinubu's economy? Do we blame failed government system? Do we blame failed health system? Do we blame the husband who has provided money, has booked already for the C-section? Do we blame the health facility where she actually registered for antenatal from the onset, that has already given her her medical condition, medical report, based saying that she has been told that this is what you're going to do? Or do we blame the friend that talks her into going to the TBA? Mind you, the friend didn't force her. I believe it was just her choice. The friend only gave her opinion, told her what to do, and she obliged. She accepted. The friend didn't force her. The friend didn't pull her. The friend didn't drag her to the TBA. She walked in there, and she walked into her own death. The misleading information she got from a friend. The misleading information she got from a friend. So who do we blame? Is it a friend for telling her such? If I should give you advice, it's all left for you to choose. It's a matter of choice. You choose to go there or not. Has paid money in the health facility. Why not tell them? Why not tell the friend, I've already booked for my C-section, the hospital where I registered. No need going there. The friend will definitely not force her to go there. But it's all her choice. She made a choice, and she got what she wanted. She died. So for me, the blame is all her. She's to be blamed because she made the decision. She chose to die. And because she chose to die, she died there. The husband was not aware. The health facility where she registered wasn't aware. And the TBA was on their own before she walked in there. Because if she didn't go there, they won't know her. They won't force her. She chose to. So this is a lesson for every woman. Pregnant women, learn to adhere to the health advice given to you during pregnancy or every other health condition. Your doctors, your nurses, your health personnel meant well for you. They were not there. They didn't schedule her for surgery because they like doing surgery. But it was because of the outcome of her health status. So let's learn from other people's mistake. If you see other person that want to toast same path, please advise the person not to. Tell them that many that went through that path didn't return. They ended on that path. So people should learn to take corrections from other people's experience. Don't fall victim of what someone else has already gone through. Things happen for our own learning. So when someone else has gone or has experienced such thing, it is now left for you to learn from such and to repent, if I should use that word. Learn from another person's mistake and don't repeat the same thing that happened to the same person. Life is a lesson. When it has happened to other person, it has not happened to you. It's enough reason for you to learn and for you not to go there. So please advise other people that comes your way, other friends, other loved ones, not to endanger their life, especially pregnant mothers. They should make use of the health facility for their own safety and for the safety of their born child. Thank you so much for joining this live session. If you also have any question, please make use of the comment section. I will definitely respond to you. For everyone that joined, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Do have a blessed day. Have a good night rest. Bye. You didn't join.